Andrew McCART, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. I'm here with Francis Warren. A little bit noisy there with that tractor going by, but beautiful surroundings. We're doing it outside. I don't know if people can see what's behind you, but we're here in Miami, man. How happy are you to be here?
Yeah, I'm in the mood to be with Liam. It's a great spot, and everyone else is doing their interviews inside, but let's make the most of this.
Definitely.
It's beautiful, absolutely stunning. But good to see you, mate.
Good to see you too. Let's just talk about then. The press conference went from 0 to 100 real quick there at the end. A little bit of back and forth between the two of them. I do apologise for my speech. I've got braces in my teeth, so if you can hear me my lisp, then that's why. But hey, real quick, it's going to be a tasty fight on Saturday night, isn't it?
Of course it is. I think Liam's worked his way up and got himself into the mandatory position. So you can talk about Andrade being hats off for him taking the fight and all the other bullshit they were coming out with, but it's not true. Liam we forced the issue. Liam has fought his way to this position, and Andrade, it was vacate or fight him. At least he's taking the option to take the challenge of Liam Williams. But I honestly, genuinely think that Liam's on a different level. Yes, and Andrade's got all the skills. He's slick. He very one-sided fights he's been having over the last year or so. But he's not looked fantastic in any of them. And Liam, every time he's been asked to step up, he's stepped up. In a couple of no disrespect to Andrew and to Andrew Robinson, but it was just it was so one-sided, and he was just like that, right? And it was almost like he turned around. It was almost like the look on his face was, "That's me done with this level, with these sort of opponents. This level." And again, no disrespect to Andrew Robinson, but Liam Williams is a world-level fighter, and I think what you're going to see on Saturday night is his announcement to the globally as a world level elite fighter, and I think that he's not just going to win it, he's got to defend it as well, and I think he's got the capabilities to do that.
You said your piece at the press conference there, and you are, I wouldn't say overly confident. You're very, very confident that Liam Williams can do this. Andrade's 33 years old, he's undefeated, two-weight world champion and stuff like that. What makes you overly confident that Liam can do this on Saturday night?
It's not just it's not a whim. It's not, this is what we do for a living. We take, you analyse the situation, you analyse the risk and the reward, and even if you're not, let me rephrase it. I just don't see anything that Andrade offers that in any department that beats Liam Williams. And I'll be totally open and honest, if you're sort of talking about some of the guys that have been and done it at world level for a number of years against higher level of opposition, you'd be honest and say that maybe your fighter needs a few more fights at this level. But I just think that Andrade is not at that, and he's not at a point where Liam's got anything to worry about. Liam can box, he's aggressive, he can punch, he's fast, he's got tremendous jab, he's got great movement, he holds the centre of the ring. What is there not to be confident about? And even if you go back to his, he seized the opportunity against Liam Smith, and it didn't go his way. And then the second fight, I don't think Liam was a better man on the night. But what he has done is evaluated it, and it's not just about getting beat; it's about how you come back from that defeat. And he re-evaluated, went, right, I'm a middleweight now. He had 2 8-rounders, and from then he's been title fight after title fight, and he's beat some good guys. And Mark Keffron was, people thought Mark Keffron was going to beat Liam, and Liam said, "No, that ain't happening." And then you've got other guys like Kareem Mansour for the WBC silver title. That was supposed to be a tough fight, just absolutely dispatched him. And Antis Fox dispatched him. And we are where we are, and I'm extremely confident that Liam has all the capabilities to go and become a world champion on Saturday night.
Liam believes he can knock him out. Does Francis Warren believe that?
You've got to believe that it's going to be a long night. I don't think it's going to be one of those things, because Andrade is going to be a bugger to catch. Let's keep it, let's be real. Andrade, I'm not talking about him like he's going to be an easy night's work. But the best Liam Williams, I think, can stop Andrade. Can stop the best Andrade. And if both those guys are 100% on Saturday night, then I think Liam can stop him. And just to be safe, it would be advisable to go and stop him. However, if Liam's not at the races and Andrade is, he can go and ball the life out of the fight, and he can, he's capable of doing that because we've seen him do it. So Liam's got to be 100%, leave nothing in the ring, and if he does that, I fancy him to come back as a world champion, and we'll land at Heathrow I'm sure that won't be where the party stops for by the time he gets back to Wales. But it'll be a fun flight home. Let's put it that way.
You said that you believe Liam Williams become world champion and going to defend it now. The middleweight division, it's a tough one. Charlo, Golovkin, just to name two. It's a tough ask to win that title, and it's even a tough ask to go and defend it against guys like Charlo and Golovkin. Would that be the fights that you'll be looking to make next for Liam? Is the Triple G fight? Because Liam said to me if he wins, he's going to call Triple G out straight in the ring. So would you be looking at that fight?
Why not? If you've got the opportunity to go and mix it with those sort of guys and put your name up in lights and get the paydays and secure your family's future, then brilliant. It's not, but he wouldn't be going in there as an opponent. He'd be going there as a world champion, with every intention of going to do a job on these guys. I think he's got the capabilities to beat these guys and not just compete with them, but beat them. He's got a fantastic team around him. And fantastic family. He's got the mindset of a champion. He just wants to go and be the best and compete against the best. But this is the first step to hopefully that next stage of his career, which, as I said, secures his financial future and secures his legacy as a great British world champion.
I'm actually loving standing here, Francis, because my little bald nappers get a tan. I'm going to go home with a tan on my head. I know that for a fact, so I'm loving it. He'll keep you out here all day. But I do want to talk about something. I call him Uncle Frank. You don't call him Uncle Frank. No. He said that he's confident that Tyson Fury and Joshua, the whole world wants to see this fight. I won't go into details and try and break it down and stuff like that, the deals and what's going on, but he said 2.5 million pay-per-view buys. That's a big number. Do you believe that? Do you think that can happen between AJ and Joshua?
I don't think there's going to be a bigger fight than this for years and years and years and years. And I don't see why not, because every time anyone mentions it about the deal being done here, there, and everywhere, it gets so much press attention. Can you imagine when it is actually done, and when it actually goes on, and when the fight, that first bell goes? I can't see anybody in the country deciding not to tune into this. Any sporting, it's a sporting event, and it transcends sport into a social event. And I think that if you've got your man and woman on the street who is remotely interested in public events, then this is a public event. This is as big as the Olympics. It's huge, and this is like Federer and Djokovic, going 12 games in the final set. This is that sort of viewing figures. This is Dennis Taylor, winning that the snooker world championship. That sort of viewing figure. It's huge. It's a sporting event that will go down forever. And you'll see. It's just huge, absolutely huge, and it deserves all the attention it's going to get.
Well, I won't keep you much longer because my bald head is burning, so I'm going to get inside. I said I could stay out here all day. I do thank you for your time and obviously trying to understand me, a Scotsman with a lisp. It's a tough ask at majority of times, but thank you.
My name was Scottish. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Good stuff. I like that you got Scottish blood.